Dear students, last class we have discussed about the introduction about the machine learning, then why it is important, what are the areas influencing by machine learning, etc. And also we have seen what is the textbook used and what are the prerequisite knowledge is required, prior knowledge is required to study this subject and so on. Today we are going to discuss about areas of influence for machine learning and what is the definition of machine learning, and we are going to define well-posed learning problem. So main areas influence for machine learning are especially statistics. Without statistics, without knowing the statistics, that machine learning algorithms are nowhere. Okay, so statistics, brain models, adaptive control theory, psychology, then AI is having more impact on the machine learning, artificial intelligence, and evolutionary models. Then areas of influence for machine learning. So many areas of influencing in machine learning. So machine learning, we know the system learns from experience. That means system will be trained with the data. Okay. So for here, what are the things are required? Mainly the data is required. Data along with the system. And that not to train the system, we need some algorithms. So these are all the areas influence for machine learning, especially data mining and data science, to deal with the data what we are using in the machine learning algorithms. Okay, then next is big data. Big data, we know it is going to deal with the vast amount of data using the different set of algorithms. Vast amount of data directly we can't use it, so we have to extract the information and relationships required for our applications. For that, the big data algorithms should be used, so it is interlinked. Along with that, the main thing that is related to that machine learning is artificial intelligence. Okay, so in that artificial intelligence, the machine learning, the machine learning is a subpart of is a subset of artificial intelligence. And also we know the deep learning, now the booming deep learning, which will be the subset of machine learning. So in the deep learning, we are going to use deep neural networks. Okay, so that will be the subset of machine learning. Okay, so these are the areas interlinked. Without that data mining and data science, the machine learning is nowhere. Without big data, that is, we can't deal with the other areas. So everything is interlinked. Then now we'll define the formal definition for machine learning. So this a machine learning means, you should remember, it's a learning from experience equal to learning from data. That means we are having a collection of data. With the data we are giving into the machine. Okay, so the using the data, the machine will be trained. Okay, the using the data, the machine will be trained. So based on that thing, the model is built. Okay, machine learning model will be built. Then after building the model, if you give some input, based on the input, it is going to predict the output. Okay, this is the concept of machine learning. So this is a definition. A computer program, this definition you should write as it is. You should not change the sentence or words. A computer program is said to learn from experience. Here the three things are important. Experience, then what task we are making, then what is the performance criteria we are using. Okay, so a computer program is said to learn from experience E with respect to some class of task T. So we are telling some people is having the experience, then we have to define which area they are having experience. Okay, so then this is the here also same thing. Learn from experience E with respect to some class of tasks T, and we will be having some performance measure. How we are telling they are having experience based on their performance. Okay, so one performance measure P, if its performance at task in T as measured by P improves with experience E, it should improve that experience, performance. Then only it is learned from experience. So these things are very very important while defining the machine learning. So why learn? Why? What is the need for machine learning? Okay, why learning is used? What is the need for that? human expertise does not exist. So navigation of Mars and all will take. Human expertise is nowhere related to there. So the machine only has to do the all the operations. So this is important. So humans are unable to explain their expertise. Speech recognition, they can't explain and do expertise. Solution changes in time. This we know. Routing in a computer network, it will change each and every time. Okay, based on the environment, it is going to react. So then a machine only can do it. Solution need to be adapted to a particular class, particular cases. So use biometrics we are using, no? Based on the case, the solution should be solution needs to be adapted. Then well-defined learning problem. Okay, so here we have used the three examples. We'll see one by one. Checkers learning problem. So each and everything already we know. The machine learning, not to define the machine learning, we should know the three things. One is task and another one is experience, and then next is performance measure. Okay, then first we'll see one by one. First, for checkers learning problem, we'll take what is a task. Checkers learning problem, playing checkers game. Playing game is our task. Then what is the performance measure? Suppose we are playing the game means based on the win and loss only we are going to define the performance. So the percentage of the games won against the opponents is the performance measure. And what is the training experience? Playing practice games against itself. Okay, that is a experience, training experience E. Same thing for a handwriting recognition learning problem. So in this also same three things we have to define: task, performance and experience. So handwriting recognition system, what is the task? What is the task? Main task is to recognize and classifying handwriting words and images. Should recognize and it should classify. That is a thing, that is a task. And what is the performance measure? So performance measure, how we can tell how many words it classifies perfectly. That is based on that thing we can define the performance. We can measure the performance. So percentage of words correctly classified. Then training experience E, what it is means, a database of handwritten words with given classifications. So it will be classified, the handwritten words. That is the experience it is going to learn. Now in our future we are going to give the data. Based on the classification it is going to recognize, it going to predict. Then next is the last one is robot driving learning system. This we know now, many autonomous vehicles are there, robot driving cars all are there. So in that task T is, what is the task T means? Driving in public four-lane highways using vision sensors. If we are driving that robotic car we are using, automatically it is driving means using sensors. Vision sensors are very very important. Then only it can take decision for each and every second and so on. Okay, what is the performance measure? Average distance traveled before an error. Without error, how much distance it is traveled. And then what is the training experience? So training experience, a sequence of images and steering commands recorded while observing a human driver. So first the machine will be machine will be learned from the human driver only. When human driver is driving, so it will observe all the images and sequence images, and based on that thing what is the steering command is using, everything should be recorded. Okay, so this is a training experience. So based on that thing in future it is going to drive, the robotic vehicle will drive. Okay, this is a example for well-defined learning problem. Okay, you should be clear about these things. So the next class what we are going to see means we are going to design the learning system. Okay, so how to design a learning system we are going to see in the next class. Okay, thank you.